Welcome to our investigation where crimes meet chemistry. Please find the first empty seat you can and maintain silence throughout the trial. First, I will share the details of today's case. Case file, salty crunchy chip, status, active investigation subject, potential dangers to human health crime scene, supermarket shelves across the United States, suspects, chemical components. After all those flashy, mouth-watering commercials, isn't this something we consume bag after bag, believing it to be a harmless snack? But could it actually be part of a criminal network? Today, we are unmasking a killer that has been purchased millions of times off the shelves. This network targets our taste buds and poisons us without us even realising it. As the detective of this case, today we put one of America's most popular suspects on the table. Grab your pen and notebook, and if you're ready, let's begin.
Crisps have to be made with fresh potatoes, no more than 24 hours old, otherwise the crisps would have black spots.
In the 1950s, they were launched as a simple snack. Freshly harvested potatoes, oil, salt, that was all. But as the battle for market share heated up, producers left the kitchen and entered the laboratory. Former chefs became chemists. The goal was simple: more flavour, more addiction, and of course, more sales. At that moment, what seemed like an innocent snack turned into part of a covert operation. Convincing consumers to open the bag again and again, no matter the cost, meant excellent profits. And here comes the most important question: who were the agents helping them commit this crime? Let's examine the evidence.
Lay's potato chips. Bet you can't eat just one.
Nobody can do that. A potato you can slice this thin makes a chip so light, so crisp, you can eat 1,000,000 of them, but nobody can eat just one.
Delicious.
Our first suspect, the flavour manipulator, also known as monosodium glutamate, or simply MSG. This compound is not just a simple flavour enhancer, as many believe. It directly manipulates our brain's ability to perceive the fifth taste, umami. MSG sends a signal to your brain that wouldn't normally exist, triggering dopamine release. This creates the urge to keep eating. Scientific studies show MSG may overexcite nerve cells and, in the long term, cause symptoms such as headaches or nausea in some people. But the real danger, its ability to program us to keep eating more. Every time you open a new bag, MSG activates a keep eating command in your brain. Frightening, isn't it?
After a brushing machine removes the dirt, the potatoes travel along a water canal to the peeler. The peeler's abrasive rollers work their magic until the skins come off. This machine can peel 5,500 kilos of potatoes per hour.
Unfortunately, our case doesn't end with a single suspect. Two more criminals appear in our files, deadly partners in crime. The first, the silent fattening agent, also known as high-fructose corn syrup. This liquid sweetener, thanks to its low cost, is everywhere in American supermarkets, from energy drinks to ketchup bottles. But our body doesn't process it like regular sugar. High-fructose corn syrup goes straight to the liver, fueling fat production. Scientists argue that it is one of the prime suspects behind the obesity and type 2 diabetes epidemics. Every sip, every bite, it keeps working silently, and we don't even notice. Now to our final accomplice, the heart killer, partially hydrogenated oils, better known as trans fats, one of the greatest food scandals of the 20th century. These fats were designed to improve texture, make chips crispier and extend shelf life. But there was a price. They raised bad cholesterol while lowering good cholesterol. In other words, they set death traps inside our arteries. The result? A dramatic increase in heart attack and stroke risk. Eventually, after years of struggle, the FDA banned them. But the ban came too late. Countless people had already suffered. So, who was the real target of all these criminals? Of course, our body and our health. After hearing all this, I can almost hear you asking yourself, How much harm have we done to ourselves? That's why now we'll let our body speak. Let's listen to the testimony of the victim, our very own body.
Next, the potatoes are separated by size. The small ones fall below to be rinsed. The larger ones stay on top to be cut.
My name is Body. Every time they open a bag, I am the first to be hurt. MSG deceives my brain. Fructose fills my liver with fat. Trans fats clog the arteries of my heart. I am constantly fighting inflammation. I am struggling with insulin resistance. And I am chained by addiction. I am not their accomplice. I am their victim.
And after this emotional testimony, let's break down exactly what our body is telling us. Addiction and loss of appetite control. Food engineering manipulates satiety signals, pushing us to eat more. Inflammation and disease. Artificial preservatives and fats can trigger chronic inflammation in our body. Metabolic disorders. High fructose syrup tires out our liver, leading to insulin resistance. The victim's statement is clear. Our body is suffering from these chemical assaults. Long-term, regular consumption invites chronic disease.
They then fall down to the rinser too.
This case does not involve only chemicals. There is another hidden suspect group, the colours on the packaging. Psychological laboratory studies show that colours send direct messages to our brain. Red and orange stimulate appetite, increasing the urge to eat quickly. Yellow is associated with happiness. This is why so many chip bags shine in golden tones. Green suggests natural and healthy, even if it is far from reality. Blue and purple are used less because the brain associates them with calmness, not appetite. These colour strategies are psychological manipulation tools aimed at our subconscious. The package itself is a stage prop. Its purpose to command our brain to reach for that shelf. Now let's move to the verdict. Yes, the evidence is clear. Addiction mechanisms have been set up, chronic disease risks have increased, and consumers have been left unaware of the truth. This court finds salty crunchy chips guilty of misleading the consumer, harming human health, and building hidden mechanisms of addiction. But what will the sentence be? That depends on you. The decision of every individual watching this case will determine whether this crime continues or ends. Armed with this knowledge, you can act as a conscious consumer. You can read the labels, and you can avoid these kinds of crimes. Remember, the best defence is knowledge. For our next investigation, tell us in the comments. Which products file should we open? And if you found our content useful, you can support our detectives by subscribing. We wish you a healthy life. This is Gastro Crimes, where food meets chemistry.